Hello, testing. Yep, looks good. Cool. All right, welcome to I think my first YouTube stream, where I will try to make well, we said a Christmas tree. If that doesn't pan out, because sometimes it takes way longer to make an asset than you think, I also have the idea to make Christmas gifts, because I think it would be really cool to be able to stack, you know, like a big box and a smaller box and decorate your garden and everything. So I think both ideas would be cool. Probably I want to do them both, but maybe for the stream we do one. Hello, Matcha. Hello, Hucklebird. Cool. I think, as you can see, I'm using Krita for doing art. If you have any questions, just ask away. You know, either regarding the like the process I use or whatever. If we manage to finish a thing, I actually have the editor here that I will use to put it in a game, and maybe we can see it actually in action. That's sort of like the stretch goal, because you never know how these things pan out. Sometimes you make an item and it takes half an hour and you have like a new fence or whatever. And sometimes you're trying to make an animal and you spend a day on it before it's done. So we'll see. Yo, sounds cute. Yes, I hope to make a really cute Christmas tree. And trees are the hardest to make, so I'm a bit nervous, but we'll see. I'm just gonna jump into it and we'll see how it goes. And let me know if the music's too loud or too quiet, or if I'm too loud or quiet. I think we have sort of balanced it, but Dan never approved my song thing. I put it in after he left. Should be fine. Let's see. So usually what I start with is to just block off what we're doing. So since we're doing Christmas tree, like in my head, I would like to have a foot on it. And, you know, ideally the foot would be its own item. So I thought maybe I do that in the stream as well, but I'm going to skip that for now and do it maybe as another stream or by myself. Because then you could have a foot and put other things in it as well. Maybe like a, I don't know, a jarrow in the foot. But for now, we're just doing a tree. Okay, cool. Seems like the sound is working. All right, let's just get started. And also on the side, you can see a little preview thing. We might be using that to make a time lapse, but we'll see. Anyhow, let's go. And if you wonder why it's purple everywhere, it's basically for me to see when you do multiple items next to each other, it's nice to see where the limits are of where the texture ends and starts. And it's also nice to have like a background that really contrasts what you're doing. So I usually go with purple, since there's not that many purple things in the game. And you can also see this. Oh, this is a bit erroneous. You can see like the tile of the game. So it's the size of the tiles in the game, just so that you can get a sense of where's the center, where's things like that. But yeah, and yeah, hello Rosalind. My biggest struggle is, you know, trying to view everything and not actually doing anything. It's sort of like when I'm trying to play the game and show it off, and I'm just talking and sort of missing all the corrupted happening. But I will make something now, promise. So I think Christmas trees are sort of, it's sort of the top right, or like the small trees. So they need to be kind of small. So I'm just going to block off some kind of shape. Let's see which color. And if you see my palette, I'm actually using so everything in the game is using the same palette. Basically to give a consistency to everything. So everything from the UI to the frogs to everything is using these colors. So I don't think they're so good in the blues myself, but it's what I have to work with. It's sort of like I set this constraint when I started working, you know, just to limit the degrees of freedom and focus on this palette. So I think it's 256 colors or something like that. I don't know. If you wonder what that's it. Streaming is hard. Yes. Oh, okay. I should work now. Let's do something. So we have a sort of a shape of the tree. I want a bit more up here, but I usually start with something rough and go from there. And I also start with a lot of layers in the beginning because you can move them around and play around, things like that. So I just want to try to get, you know, the basic shape. So a lot of little sticks. What do you call them in English? Little branches, but you know, the tiny branches, just poking out from the tree. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And yes, it's going to look incredibly ugly for a while. You have to live with this. Something like that. Now it looks like some kind of corrupted tree, but I think we'll fix that at some point. Yep. And I hope they're getting smaller, sort of. Can fix that later. I don't want them too thick either. And I usually struggle with getting things, you know, towards the camera. So I usually just start with sideways stuff and then I add in more. I actually don't like this one. Let's remove it. And then I add more things towards the camera, details and things like that. Actually, the shape isn't good enough here. I don't know. A bit too thick. Blup. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe? Well, we can fix it later. What program do I use? So this is Krita. It's a free software you can use. It's open source. If you want to contribute as well, you can show a about prompt here. I think it's the latest version. Not sure. Usually update it. And I think it's really good. It's sort of like a free alternative to Photoshop. I know a lot of pixel art makers are using things like, is it Aspirite? Things like that. But I just really like to have this one-stop shop for, you know, if I want to make pixel art or other art or whatever. Because usually, but sometimes I draw stuff on this. Not so much for the game. And, you know, it's nice to just jump in. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, and then I want to... So, as you can see, I have 2 layers now. One is for the actual stem, and one is for the branches. And I will leave it like that for now, because I want to just add some shading in, just to get a sense of what we're working with. Let's see, a darker thingy, like so. Shape's sort of okay, I think. At least in the bottom. And it's sort of like, in the beginning it's looking very flat, at least how I work. And then you add some little bits everywhere of, you know, shading and stuff, and things start to pop. But especially when you work with the contrast, because in the beginning I worked a lot with too little contrast, I would say. You probably never saw those. Or maybe you did. Yeah, before demo 2.1, I think, all the animals had like 1 degree of contrast less than they have now, and I really wanted to add a new contrast level. I don't know if that makes sense, but just to get them to pop a bit more. But yeah, I know this is sort of just for me getting an idea of what I'm working with. I'm not super good at visualizing in my head, so I need to get something down on paper, or I mean, it's not paper, but so we sort of have a branch. The thing is, we're going to cover it in green stuff anyway, so you know, sad stuff, but I want to get it in there anyway, because I never know where stuff's going to start or end or such. Yeah, I think it's pretty popular too. If you look at I think there's like a Reddit subreddit for it and such. It's sort of like if you used GIMP or whatever. But I like this way better than GIMP for the UI and everything. So I like it. Yes, some more shading. I don't know what you call these things. Sort of like little groobles in the I don't know, in the tree. So now it looks like a very cool stick. Still like some shading, honestly. Not sure what. I'm probably going to skip that because we're going to cover it up now anyway. Let's see. I want to start with one branch. So usually what I do is I make this one thing. And in Krita you have this feature where you can clone a layer. So basically wherever you fill in this layer will be cloned to all of the clone layers. And that's a neat way to quickly get something up and running. So maybe let's just start with, yeah, that's a really cool looking stick. Maybe we're done. This is the Christmas tree after Christmas. Maybe not. Okay, let's just get going. So I want to, let's see, underside, we want some depth to it, but not too much. Because we're going to cover this up now with green. I guess fairly dark green. How much do I cover up? Wait, how does the tree look like? You have the thing, and then things are going out from it. Yeah, I know my trees. Things are going out from the things. I'm an expert. Then I usually add some bits of shading. So to the right. So in the game there's a thing where all the shading is sort of as if light is coming from, how do I put it, from the right and behind the player sort of. So I need to keep that kind of theme for everything I'm doing. And here you can see that the brighter ones are to the right, basically. And I mean, it's given some depth. I mean, we're not remotely close to done, but imagine. So, nice tree. Glad to have you join. Maybe see you next time. No. Okay, let's fill in some green stuff. Actually, I want to block out that too. Before we continue, I'm just going to use like the darkest shade of green I have and do like a background. I don't know. I don't know if it's called blocking. I like to call it blocking. Just something that fits in the background. It doesn't make sense now, but in the end, there's going to be some details on this side. And then I usually keep it quite flat on the other side, but you still have the illusion of stuff happening. I mean, it's better already. What can I say? Christmas tree. And I think the biggest challenge right now, where are you from, my friend? If I'm your friend or you mean me, and I'm from Sweden. Your husband is from Finland, and my accent sounds so familiar. I would say we have a quite different accent from, yeah, Sweden, yeah, than Finland, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's similarities as well. Whereabouts in Finland? Because I think it depends a lot. If it's from the eastern side or the western, or even the, I don't know what to say in English, because there's like a language called Finland Swedish or whatever, which is basically Swedish. And if he's from there, it's going to be even more similar. Yeah, that's probably why. I'm not ashamed about it, but I really try to not sound too much from the region. Because from here we usually make jokes about people that speak Swinglish. It's when you talk like this, and then you ask every sentence is like a question. And it's really annoying when you realize you speak like this. Okay, blocks done. Helsinki and Levi. Okay, yeah. I think that's sort of the. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more similar. I'm not an expert on Finland. I mean, I'm not to say much more, but I worked with people from Finland and such, and yeah, I would still say it's a bit different, but probably, you know, that's because I don't hear my own accent that much, or like what I'm saying. Anyhow, back to, I'm getting sidetracked. Back to green stuff. Let's see. And I don't know what these are called in English. Like the, feel free to let me know. Is it pines? No, I mean, pines are the trees, right? I'm talking about the little needles. Maybe they are needles. I mean, if there's anything that characterizes a Christmas tree, it's the needles you have to hoover up at some point. So it would be a shame if I didn't put any in. Whoop. Right, all right. It's way too much brown, honestly. I don't know what I'm doing. So you need some shade in this direction. It should be more bright up front and more dark in the back. Probably some shading like this. And then you realize that, okay. I mean, I don't think it's bad. Every time I start doing something, I'm like, oh no, I don't know how to do anything. This is going to be horrible. And then, you know, slowly but surely, things look up. Yes. From evergreen trees. Yeah, exactly. Conifers typically have thin needle leaves and might have some pine cones. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so needles. We call little green things needles. Okay, good. So, okay, my biggest fear now with the tree is because I need a lot of little branches. Otherwise it's going to look really wonky. I'm not sure exactly what to do with that yet. Oops. Just, whoops. Mouse issues or something. Need to think. Let's just go with this for now. And this is where the magic happens. Look at this. Is it add? Add clone layer? Yes. Usually I call them something. So this is sort of like right. Branch right. Let's go. Because now we can move the clone. Holy moly. What am I doing? Back to branch. Add. Clone. Ah, sorry. I want to do this first. So I actually want to separate the branch from the big thing now. Yes, so now we have, okay, branches, branch right, and add clone. Now we can move it. Ooh. I mean, I know it's not amazing yet, but we're getting there. Promise. Oops. That's one thing I don't like when you move one of the layers or that has been cloned. You have to sort of move back everything else. It's a bit, I mean, I get why it happens, but it's a bit frustrating. Okay, something like that. Because I think this needs to be, maybe not. Sorry. Here we go. Branch right. Plop. Some shadow. Some more pine needles. I mean, in Swedish we call it. The translation would then be needle forest, which is a forest made of pines. So I think that's why my brain sort of tries to call them pines instead. Shouldn't be so bright in there. Let's make it darker. What's the darkest? Sometimes I use red for the darkest of browns. I think it usually works really well. Okay, something like that. From the tree trunk. Yes. And now we see that this clone layer is a bit off. And I wonder if I can just... Let's see. Background. Sorry if my keyboards is a bit loud. And we have the trunk. Stem? Should be trunk, right? Branch. Clone layer. Actually try to... Sorry if we're organizing stuff a bit. In the end, I usually... Branches come from the trunk. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Drop feature. Yeah. So I was thinking I could move... Okay, we can do this. So for now, I'm just going to use a filter mask. No, not filter. Transparency mask. Fill it with black. And now it's invisible. Still looking a bit odd, but we'll fix that. So what I usually do then now is clone a lot of these things and just put them all over the tree and merge it all into a few layers, maybe 2 or 3. And then I add shading, so the left side gets darker and the right side more bright. And the final step is to add a shadow, and then we're done. So let's just do a bit of cloning. Just like Dolly. Something like that. I don't know, is there sort of like a layering thing? I have sort of a picture of a Christmas tree. And it seems to be that the layers are quite pronounced. Oh, they also go upwards. Oh no, you're right. Christmas trees go up. Oh, okay, I can fix this. Don't worry. I'm a professional. Okay, I like sort of this thing, but that feels more foresty. Whoops. Fortunately, this is a clone. And I can just... Do you think I can just rotate it? I don't think so. Flip it, maybe. Oh god. Oh no. Uh-oh. We're doing it live. Well, you're getting the raw process. Need to think. So more... The typical sprucer, not a pine. Spruce. Yeah, I'm not that good with trees normally, and then when I need to translate it back and forth, it's like I just make a game. You're the experts here. So, sorry, I need to look at an image. It's sort of like straight. I don't know if you can see. If I can. Oh, sorry. So usually I just look at an image to get some reference because, as I said, I don't have like a picture of it in my head. Yeah. Oh no. Well, this is what I want. So sort of, yeah, horizontal would have been smarter for me. Horizontal and slightly up and not doing it down. Okay, let's fix that. I mean, if it's it could be at an angle right now and then it is actually horizontal, so it's not too bad. I just need to be aware of it for the rest of the things. But I want to do some slight modifications at least. Let's see. Oop. Not too bad, actually. Looks a bit strange. I think it might be... Let's remove the... Yes. I think we have something going here. I think we do. I need to make them smaller on the top and things like that, but that's easy to fix. Good. I want to do that now. Let's move the branches out a bit. Maybe like so. And the top ones, I should keep them in the top really. The bottom one shouldn't have a transparency. Plop. I really messed this up. No, okay. And the top ones go further in. Then I just need to add some bonus, I don't know. Bonus stuff. Maybe. Let's remove the transparency. Let's start with this. And how to order this. Let's just... Because I want to keep the clones for a while in case I want to do any updates. Because that's it's the worst when you have... When you're done with the tree and everything looks like a tree. And then you realize that you want to change some colors or some patterns, and you need to do it manually on every little bit. You're back, looking good, thank you. I'm so self-conscious about this tree, but you know, let me cook, we'll see. You know that there's not that many trees in the game yet. You haven't seen all of them, but I haven't had too much practice on them. Let's see, yeah, I want to use a new layer, that's good. Like so. Or actually, let's just go back to the clone one. Move it to the bottom. Oh, this is why I don't like clones sometimes. Let's move it here. And the rest of them go up. Like so. Like so. Yep. I feel a bit like Bob Ross. Maybe not. Okay, good. Because now I'm going to use this one just to make it longer. And it's going to look really strange for a while, but it's coming together. Some shade inside. That's usually my last bit, just to add some shade. And the lightning is coming from here, so it needs to be lighting, I should say, not lightning. This is not a lightning tree, although, I mean, we could. We actually had a little chat earlier this last week, Slugdisco and I, and someone had a really good idea of having Christmas lights on. So if we get there, I really want to animate this, you know, with... I mean, maybe we could have two versions. One that is animated, and one that's more natural. But it would be really cool to have like... Blah, blah, blah. Not that I have them in real life, but I like to animate things. Channel Bob Ross. Okay. I'm beating the devil out of it. Happy little accident right here. Good. Right, now it's time for the transparency. And yeah, you can probably see how the workflow is already. It's like build some small bits, reuse them. Whoops, that wasn't good. to sort of minimize work and stuff. I've learned from some previous mistakes. Let's put it like that. We have another one. Oh. I sort of feel like Bob Ross. When people are watching me do stuff, I feel like him, but I don't feel as natural doing painting. I should just remove. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I'm not that unhappy. Something with me makes it... I sort of feel like the pines are going the wrong way, so I don't know what I did. Since it's in the game, yeah, I know. It's sort of like on in my head, you know, how to simulate seasons. At least the first thing I would like to do is to have seasonal events. It doesn't have to be big, and I don't need to get it in until after launch anyway. But at least, you know, during some time in the year, you get access to either special items or things happen. I think we talked about it in Discord the other, I guess it's month now. Would be super sweet, at least. But for real seasons, yeah, that would be a lot of work. But I mean, you never know. It's more for launch, probably not. We can see about after. And it's mostly because you would need to have, since it's not a 3D game, there's a lot of manual work with each asset. Especially since it's an isometric one, you have a lot of constraints. That means that it's more costly from a time perspective to make stuff. So I would basically need to do an asset, like a snow asset of each. Maybe. I have some ideas in my head of how it could be solved, but we'll see. Okay. Selecting greens. Oops, wrong place. The green, yes. I just want to try some more colors, especially here on the outer bits, just to see if we can get some more depth to the image. I don't know, maybe. I think it's a bit too much of the like the branch thing, because normally they're so hidden you don't really see them. Let me just try some things. Yeah, I like that way better. Let's go darker with the little bronze bits. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And even because I feel like when I think of a Christmas tree, whatever it was called, let's see. Spruce, yes. In the end bits, there's some, you know, like brown little thingies. So I feel like I need to replicate that somehow. Okay, I'm way happier now. But it's a bit too symmetric and stuff. Let's get an angle to it. Let's get things sticking out here and there. Because in reality, I mean, maybe you get some of those super symmetric trees sometimes, but I need to make them the right direction. Okay. I think something like that. Maybe like so. Making it look a bit more alive. 100%. So in the game it would look like this. Oh. Yeah, I feel like Bob Ross should be a quote in the game. So at some point I will get around to making little texts for the loading screens. Maybe maybe that could be in there. Or like I also would like to have some Easter eggs in the item descriptions and things like that. So that would be cool. I don't know about you. I feel like sort of the piney things are pointing the wrong direction. It's really bothering me. I probably need to make it a bit larger in the closer to the stem. Something like this. Block it out. Same here. Lighter in the... I don't know. We'll see. And we need to clean the stuff up above now. Because you probably realize it looks a bit repeating. So what I usually do is do one variation, and then I do another one for the right side maybe, and another one that's a bit angled, and then a left one, and another left one, and then probably the top needs a special one, you know, like a plop, plop. And then we could put a star or something on top. So, oh, what? But in the beginning, it's usually looking a bit too repeating. I think what I might... Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't add a mask to this one before. I must have accidentally removed it. Okay, okay. And then we have... Is it this one? Yes. And then... Yeah, it's a lot of manual work, this. Last one. Yes. Okay. I've seen better, but it could be worse. You might want to try more branches out on the ends of the branches. Yeah, okay. Sort of like this side, I guess. More branches. Pointing down is going to make you happier. Pointing down is going to... Isn't the log too bright? Yeah, it's way too bright. So probably it's going to be invisible in the end. I usually start with some kind of shape and color, but it's way too bright. And then make it darker, and I can see here it's going to need to be a lot darker. We can do it now. It's sort of like, for me, I don't know, some people just know exactly what they need to do and do it, and for me it's like an iterative thing. Like highly iterative. Okay, okay. This is good. Oops. Actually. From the middle and to the ends. Think about the weight and where the light reaches. Yeah, I agree. It would need to be a lot darker inside, probably as well. I think I will deal with it in a bit. And I want to do some not logging, that's the opposite, I guess. Need something darker. Oops. Eh? Yes. Since you basically won't see this thing in the end. And then there needs to be some shading. Yeah, oh, so much work. And the thing is, now we're making it darker, so that now we're going to need some lighter bits surrounding it, but yeah, I feel, for me, I think I need to add another type of branch first before I do anything. So this can be now branch right. No, yeah, we could. Then we make a new one for sorry. From middle, oh, okay, same one. Branch middle. I just want to see what it looks like when we do something like this. Why can I not see this? Sorry, I probably selected something. Okay. I saved. Doesn't seem to be crashing. Have implemented snow tiles yet? No. Probably doesn't come at launch. Right now I'm thinking having the standard green lush garden thing and the drier deserty stuff, and then the wetter swampy kind of things to sort of get it together. And I mean, we'll see. I feel like a snow set would be really cool for like an update to bring not only just snow but some cool plants that might be snow only or something. But yeah, it would make a really good, I mean, I like snow myself, so I would like some snow. I don't know why I feel a bit lost, because we have a group but nothing is happening. And trunk? Okay, I can cover the trunk. Okay. If you have an idea, let me know. I almost feel like restarting. Because sometimes it's a clone layer. That's my accidental trying to draw on something you can't draw on, but this is not it. But it works in the trunk. Let's just remove this group. Let's add something here. Yeah, all of the new layers are sort of broken. Let's just bloop. Reopen. This is so strange. I will restart, I think. Bloop. Should be quick enough. Oh, uh-oh. You see Horticular trailer? Bloop. That's my background, everyone. Now you know. Christmas tree. Now it works. Okay, Krita bugged out. Thank you. Sometimes it crashes. It's not as stable as Photoshop, so keep saving those files if you ever use it. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to make like a middle branch just to see how that would look. And then I will probably remove these for now. Sometimes I just remove things entirely and start over, so I tried to do that today. Okay, we have some stuff here. As someone said, we would need more like this. Actually, let's remove the trunk and the thing as well. This is sort of how I feel one looks. I'm not nasty, but in my opinion, branches from almost form rings that are densely packed at the bottom and are less dense towards the top. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. And when we look at this, it's sort of... It needs to get a bit smaller. I also don't like the... It's a bit too cluttered somehow. Sometimes you need to dial it back, I guess. We'll see what I do with this one. I'm going to start the... You got it! Well, like I said earlier, sometimes I really... An option to change the land where you can't build on to water. Or other surfaces would be pretty cool. To water. Is that water? Where you can't build on to... How do you mean, Matcha? I'm not sure I follow. It's looking a bit off. Sorry. Blop, 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 blop. They should all stem from this. That should be good enough. And then back to green. Now I need to remember which greens I used. Here we go. It'll be really dark in here. Then probably we go with a shade lighter once we exit a bit of the, like, from the trunk, like so, and then probably a bit brighter already here. Okay, I have a better feeling about this now. Because you can, I mean, now you clearly see the color progression. It's just making the pines piney. Yeah, an option to change the land where you can't build onto water or other surfaces. But it's the other surfaces too that that I don't completely follow. I mean, if you couldn't build on any surface, it would be a bit hard. I mean, it sounds like a cool challenge. You only have... You need to sort of do things with pots and stuff. Sorry. I want a floating house. I mean, that sounds cool. Like a keeper house. You have a 9x9 or 7x9 grade of 12/12, but the terrain you can't build is ugly. Oh wow, thank you, Derek. Yeah, I can't wait to see the rest myself. I've been working so much with modding support lately. I haven't really seen the game that much. So it's actually really nice to just do some drawing, even though I feel a bit rusty. But I like this way better than before. I don't know what I was doing before. Oh, sorry. Need a bit brighter. But yeah, like floating house. When I think of floating house, I think of like a keeper floating house, and that would be kind of cool. Because I want to have more keeper huts than what you see now. I'll probably add like a couple of variations to the normal stone one, but I would like to have, you know, maybe like a wood one. Like a... What if they live in a trunk? What if they live in... I don't know. In a little hole in the ground. And then you could walk over the thing instead of blocking the ground. I want to experiment a bit with that. Okay, anyhow, in the end bits, I want to have some, what do you call it? Some contrast. Usually in the outer pines. And then I kind of like this thing of having, what do you call it, like alternating stuff. It makes it look very piney, and not so random like the previous one. Still might be a bit wrong in the size, but yeah, it's so much better. Or do you agree? Maybe I'm completely out, like we say in Sweden, out cycling. I have no idea how to translate that well. If there's any Swede there, they're probably rolling their eyes now. But yeah. I think what I mean is an area outside of a garden wasteland. Ah, okay. Interesting. Yeah. I actually had that in one of the earlier prototypes, where it was more like a botanical garden, and my idea was, yes, that, okay. Yeah, I agree, Dan. Sometimes I get so sad with what I'm doing, and then I do something new, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not as bad as I thought after all. But I actually had that, so there was like a botanical garden concept more than a wilder one. And then I had the idea of the surrounding changing. So in the beginning you would have sort of like a boring surrounding, and then it would be more pretty and stuff like that. But honestly, this is when the game was... I can reveal to you that it was more about having visitors or something like that. And since I moved on to the more natural one, I sort of removed that. But it's a nice idea. I also thought at some point maybe it was on an island, so there would be water surrounding everything instead of just wasteland. Honestly, there's nothing saying that I couldn't have like a selection box or whatever for it, because it's really, really easy to implement the surrounding. But one thing I want to try sort of soon, well, next year, is to, again, because I tried it before, but I didn't really like it then, but I'm now playing with the idea of adding one extra layer of map surrounding, because I know that you have been almost filling the game in the demo already. So I think with the full game, maybe I would need at least, you know, a surrounding plot more, and that would be a lot of more tile or patches or plots to dig into. And when I've done that, I would like to see if that then makes sense to have the map wrap around. So if you go all the way to the left, you come back out from the right side. Maybe, I'm not saying it will happen, but I want to try it. And at that point, it would make no sense, because then there would be no surrounding. You would just have your own garden. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I agree. It would be cool. Asymmetry is your weapon. I agree. I like asymmetry myself. Pixel art is tricky. Yep. I mean, I agree it's tricky. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't call myself an artist, really. I had to pick most of the things up as I went. But I kind of think I have some ideas now what I'm doing. So I say, and you can see me fumbling, making a little tree. But I like this so much better. It's like shading is there are things happening. I'm a bit worried the angle is going to be wrong now, but I'm not going to think about it too much. It might be a bit too bright. This I don't know what you call them, like the tiny branches, the mini branches. Yeah, this is way too bright. I could actually wave in more green instead. I mean, I need to be careful to not overdo it, because right now, sorry, distracted. I kind of like what we have going, and just duplicating this would be good. As I said before, you cannot just duplicate it, you need some variation, otherwise it's going to look meh. But as a start, I kind of like it, because now we have the trunk, and it's like, I kind of like this. Okay, it's a bit small. Probably I should I mean, it's good for a tinier one in here. Like so, sort of. Angle is a bit meh, but remember your smallest branches will be the lightest color since they weigh less and point upward. Ah, you're right. Yeah. I have made a mistake again of the pointing thing. But I can try this. The thing here with the pines, sorry, needles, is they might get covered anyway from the surrounding stuff. But that makes sense. So when you say branches, do you also mean the pines on the branches? I could be wrong. I just feel like they're sort of the same size, the pines. Am I needles? The needles. Let's weave some dark in there. No, too dark. Maybe try dark brush now. Yeah, good. Dark. So I want to make a lower one then. Low branch. Let's go with that for now. Honestly, I will just try this quickly. Sometimes you can just modify things. So this is going to be horrible. Not good at all. Yeah, exactly. Make larger with more needle branches and darken. Yeah, I agree. I also think I would need to change it up a bit with regards to the shape. Might be hard with this angle, but sometimes you can just move stuff around. Come on. I'm deleting this. Please don't do this to me, mouse. Not now. Just make it darker, longer, and slightly like more up, I think. Yeah, I agree, they're droopy. That's my I'm so in my head, I just think down, you know, like a palm tree or something like, or you know, the leaves up on the palm tree. I sort of want to redo this one. Because it's, as someone said, droopy, and this one is droopy. Yeah, let's scan it. Easy. Okay, I like this now. Like so. Do they start going down and then up, or do they go up from the beginning? I could look at the tree, but I think I have a expert in chat. Or I could look at a picture, but I have an expert. So that could sort of be a shape where it's sort of whoop. But I feel like they start from up from the beginning, right? More like this. The branch will have a slight curve ending on an upward angle, a very shallow U-shape. Interesting. So, I mean, if we imagine it horizontal, sort of like that. I mean, it's not going to be this one now, but if it was exactly biologist here, okay. This is where you are way ahead of me. Okay, but we'll try. This is what I hate with isometric games, is because you have to imagine it from, you know, this weird angle, and that's where it takes a lot of my effort usually. But I think this could work. We'll see. I can usually just move it around and get it working. So they have darker. You think about the weight of the branch above it. Like on top of it. Actually, my mouse is acting up. It's really annoying. I kind of want to see. It's going to look odd. Because I would like to manage to make the make it not horizontal. The weight of the branch above causes the middle curve. Aha! Oh, I didn't know that. So it's not like it just naturally or grows like that, but it's pushed down, sort of. Am I correct? Or do I understand it correctly? As the branch reaches out into the sunlight, it curves up. Oh, okay. So the branch above shades it, and then the longer ones grow toward towards the sun, upwards. Close to the tree trunk, there are less pine needles due to lack of light. Yeah. Ah, okay. This is very informative. A very informative stream. And it's not me giving the information, I can tell you that. Okay, that's interesting. That's going to be very... It sort of makes sense when I think of what a Christmas tree looks like. Interesting. Okay. So does that also mean that there are fewer of those little branchy, smaller branches sticking out in the closer to the trunk? I mean, I would suspect they are longer, because we know that in the end it's usually looking at something like this. But then I wonder, is it sort of like a bit longer and then super long? Like that? I mean, it's sort of looking like it's going down now and up. Maybe a bit, not enough up, but... It looks like I have a dead Christmas tree here, and that's a good start. Because then you just need some... But then if the branches, your branches increase. Ah! So there is more of them. Ah, okay. Yes, you got it. Well, if the biologists approve, Christmas tree. We should put that on the Steam page. Okay, I got some odd shading here. We're probably not going to see it anyway, but I just want to see some shadow on it. Perfect. Holy moly. This is, honestly, sometimes this is what it looks like for me. So you're really getting the raw deal here. Okay. Would you say it's, I mean, now I'm asking a lot of questions here, but would you say it's, when you look at the length of the branching branches, are they better? Or should they be as long? Or, I mean, should it be longer in the, closer towards the trunk? Or is it sort of the same length, but fewer of them? So now you create your branch around the base of the tree from right to left. Then you start to stack. Ah, okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, if you approve the inner ones, I mean, I feel like I really like that one as a start. I think when we color it with some green, it's actually going to be really good. Let's call this. I hate naming these things. I'm not so good at it. Lower middle. This is lower right. Length is great. As you do your rings, you can change your aspect ratio. Yeah. Cool. Interesting. And this is my least favorite angle. As you can see, it now just looks like I'm, you know, pointing stuff straight down. And I need to somehow get the illusion of a bend. And I think a lot of that will happen with the branches. Is there a name for branch coming out from another branch, by the way? Like, you have the trunk, you have the main branches, and then you have the branches. Is there a name for that? A triangle. Oh, I need some shade there, otherwise it's going to look odd. Ah, okay. Too much. Honestly, I might want to remove the trunk for now. Because we're not going to keep these colors so much, because it's going to be covered in a lot of pine. Needles, I mean. So this is the hard part, getting your bottom ring. Your lightning is going to help you. Yeah. The branch is branch. Well, that's what it is. I'm going to add some shade, actually, some light here. I mean, if it was dead, this is what I would do. Start adding some of these things. But it's going to look really wonky when we get when we get the needles in. So I'm going to skip that for now. I'm not sure I like this. Since it's going... I want on top of the middle one, but... Well, actually it's fine. When we remove the trunk, it's a bit better. However, these are too long. Probably, honestly. A bit strange. Will there be trunk, branch, leaf, needle? Yeah. But if there's a branch coming from a branch, it's just a branch then, right? Like in my native language, I can there's sort of the trunk, and there's the branch, and then the smaller branches have their own name, and then you have the leaves. So that's why I'm asking if there's one in English, because I cannot think of one, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because I cannot think about it. I can't remember. Will there be seasons? No, at least not at launch. I'm not sure about longer term. It depends a bit on how much effort it would be to make it. Like choosing to include the 4 seasons at the start of a new game. Imagine having snowdrops poking. Yeah, I mean, that would be really cool. Twigs. Ah, that's a good one. Yeah. I've heard that name before. Never used it. First time. Spacing wise, looks like you'll need 5 or 6 bottom branches in the ring. Holy moly. Like big ones. I will probably skip the one on the other side of the tree, because that's usually, you can usually fill that in with some base blocking stuff, but we'll see. I will do another one. Okay, I need to actually do something now. Lower right, lower middle. Am I stupid? I am stupid. Lower middle, lower right. Hop. And this one should be below. Yeah. And branch out into smaller. Yes, branches come out from the main trunk and branch out into smaller branches. Yeah. A little reminder that those trees grow, making a spiral. Yep, 5 out of 6 big ones. Remember, you will reduce in number and width as you go up a ring. Bloop, 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 bloop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I don't know what I thought about, like, my idea of making a Christmas tree sounded so appropriate for the season, and now I'm like, what did I what did I think about? How did I come up with this idea? I don't know, Christmas trees. Twigs are the tiny sticks that loudly snap under your feet. Yeah. Yep. Okay, but then what I usually do for these ones is actually just copy, flip. Oh, so good. Oh yeah, I can see it. And of course it's not going to have the same shape, but I like making some kind of start with duplicate. So this would just be 4, but I could, okay, so I could sort of get one in. Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do then. This helps a lot, thank you. Let's just, how do I always manage to? You know, like maybe 1 pixel less wide. Weird things like that usually helps out. And I'm going to remove the middle one, or... Oh my lord. What did I do? I really don't know what I've done here. Nothing to see here. Wait. Whoop. Because I would like to have it sort of more to the right, and then 1 more to the left then, to make it a bit thicker. Really starting to take... thank you. I mean, we have some experiments here, right? I really like the shading and the colors here, but the droopiness was horrible. It sort of looks like when you have cut off a branch and put it in a vase or a pot or something, or like a bed. But we need this to go up first, and then, as you said, the circle and stuff. Symmetry, no. Yeah, you're right. I will fix that. Don't worry. It's already looking like a pine tree. Thank you so much. You see, you have a better vision for this than I it will get there. It will get there. For now, just some quick blocking. Blop, blop. Or not blocking, but shaping. So I want to try to get 2 in here. to have. You will see. Duplicate, and I promise I will work on the symmetry a bit. Oh, this was ugly. I will do one from the start. Let's remove these. Let's move this one down to simulate the angle a bit better. Now you make the same in 45. Yeah, definitely. Much has got it four for this ring. Oh, do you only think 4 is enough? Because I was going to try to make 4 on the front, and then maybe, as I said before, keep it a bit vague in the back. That usually is fine. But I could also just have 1. Uh-oh. My brain cannot process that information. Might need a little 50 in the middle. Yeah, that was sort of my... This is not good. However... uh-oh. Well, I know it autosaves now and then. So this is not a commercial for Krita, by the way, because it's crashed. You might be able to do for... Think about your greens. You will like... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it might... And with pixel art, it's usually... It gets so dense with stuff that you need to kind of keep it a bit less. Okay, we have an autosave that's decent. Looks like a spruce. Bottom branches bend like that, and each section of branches get consecutively more upright until it reaches the top straight up. Ah, that makes sense. That's why it looks like that. There are other coniferous trees that have more droopy branches. So I think that other branch would work well as a starting point for one of those. Yeah, but unfortunately, yeah, makes sense. That would make sense. Okay, we're back here on my odd little experiment. Zoop. And I think this is going to take off quite quickly soon. As soon as we get the rings kind of in, it's going to go quicker and quicker, and then finally we have a Christmas tree. And then we're going to see that it's not a proper isometric one, and that's where the pain really starts. We'll get there. The marshy areas would have... Yeah, okay. Marshy stuff, droopy pines. Conifers. Ah, it's like... I probably know the name in Swedish and then translating it. I will say yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Nod my head. Lower, middle. This is kind of good. I like this workflow. It's almost as if it helps to draw it like in the real world. It's a bit odd and way too symmetric though. And it's starting to get hard with things. And that look how much your lightning. Yeah, so if the branches get higher and higher at the tips, the upper little branches on the bigger bottom ones might over... Yeah, exactly. Conifers are trees that keep their leaves in winter. Aha. Yeah, okay. Wait. And when you say leaves, you mean... Yeah, I'm going back to painting. Let's put back the trunk. Oh yeah, okay, I can see it. It sort of feels like the branches are... Ah, maybe not. Because it's going to make a pretty good triangle from this, actually. And then we have... Oh, okay, not the best. Just let me try something out. Just blocking it out a bit. Oops. Ah, I missed something somewhere. It's sort of like a triangle. They're also known as evergreen trees. Yeah, I was looking for something to poke fun at. Have all the symmetry. Nah, I agree with you. I really agree with you. Because it's easy. I think it's easy to see when it's symmetric. So usually when you, I mean, look at this trunk, for instance. Sorry, sidetrack. But I usually like to make it a bit. Group. Oh well. It's sort of like either a bit bendy or whatever, just to get some asymmetry in. It looks way better. Oops, that's an ugly one. So don't worry, I agree with that one. I just wonder if what about down one step? And we move this around a bit. Okay. Now I have a question. You could copy the bottom branch. Yeah, exactly. That was going to be my question. Can I was thinking to, because you probably want, but they need to point more up as well. Rotate them to be more upright. Yeah, the thing, it's super hard to rotate with pixel art, unfortunately, because it just becomes a real mess when you do it, unfortunately. But I'm going to group this lower and try it anyway and see. How many layers do you think it is then? Like one, I made little notches here, or little things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top and 5. More of the, yeah, okay. More of those upward little branches on the ends. Yeah, but wouldn't they also, because I guess what you said about the weight and shading and stuff, and someone else said it will be more up in general as well, right? I'm actually going to, looks like it, 4 or 5, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be this, I'm just going to visualize it in my head now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then in the middle, like a little thing sticking up. Oh, this looks creepy though. Could be at the end of those trunk segments, depends on how bushy they're made to fill in. Yeah. Let's kill this. I want to make a... Let's make one more custom and see how that goes. So, what do we call it? If this is lower, then this is... Nah, then it's layer 0 or ring 0 maybe. I know naming isn't that fun, but... And if you wonder why I start at 0, that's just... that's a technical thing. Programmers start at 0. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It makes sense. And your top layer will be unique. Yeah, exactly. Okay, but I want to make a... Try to make a custom one here as well. I don't know if this is... I will see. In the outer bits, more thingamajigs. And then a bit fewer of them. Do they get less? Do they get more sparse with stuff the higher up, or do they get more branch twigs? Right. I kind of need a dried up conifer item in, you know, and that's usually how I agree, and I like to get more than one thing out of a thing that I make to be efficient. So for me, it makes sense to fill this in now with needles, and then just have the needle layer removed. And then we have a A dried up Christmas tree. More dense in twigs the higher you go. Okay, more dense. Interesting. I will make it as dense as pixelatedly possible. And let me know if the twigs have twigs. I'm not sure about that. Maybe they do. But I kind of like that one. It's not too bad. Add some shade. Sorry, wrong. New layer. Go to the left. No, wait, we can duplicate that. Upwards and okay. I get it. I get it. But not in the one end branch. Yeah, exactly. Ooh. No, sir. Please, no. My mouse is acting up if you wonder why I'm fiddling a bit too much with stuff. I feel like it's a bit too... Baby branches look for light up. They look... Okay. Makes sense. I think it might be too many picks. Well, too much stuff. Because we want to fill it with green soon. Baby branches are more flexible and contain more water. Aha. Is the bend good? I'm not sure. One step. I feel like it's a bit too... too droopy. And sometimes it's just the angle and shading takes care of it, but I sort of... Yeah, I like this better, I think. Remember your branches increase on the outside. Yeah, I think the thing is, we might not have more room on this one. There's some room here. Oh, this looks strange. Well, I want to try this on the other side and just see how it feels. Horizontal. Oh, okay. Give me a verdict on this layer. I mean, symmetry aside, we can fix that. Conifers can be as different as deciduous trees. Oh, I know that, deciduous. I wrote that in the game. I forgot what it means. They don't all look like Christmas trees. There are even some coniferous, not carnivorous, I hope, trees that drop their leaves in fall, just like maple trees. On your very outer branch, you'll be moving almost exclusively up. Ah, okay. Okay. Let's try... So these things... Let's... Let's just do it a bit overboard and see if it just gets better. There's so little room for stuff. Tines, yes. It's a bit hard to see that it's going up now, I think, but I think as well it will be... what's it called? Will be a bit easier to see with shading and green stuff in, I think. That's it! Okay, good. I will run with this and see what the next layer looks like. for now. No, not copy. Or did I? Duplicate. Let's call it left. Layer, transform. Uh-oh, I see I forgot something. Some color there. Some color there. Yeah, I will fix the... Again, I will work on the symmetry later. For now, kind of like it. I mean, we need a middle one as well, of course. I wonder if we can That's going to be hard, because now it's going to start towards, sort of, and then it needs to go up. Let's see what happens. Middle, or front, or whatever. Because it's sort of whoop, and then whoop. I wonder how far we can take it. I think it will be covered up with the... They're a bit long, so pull them closer to the trunk. Aha! Okay. That I can do. Oh, sorry. Wrong layer. Now let's see, and the angle would then be more like... Your green will help you, yeah, middle player facing branches. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I kind of would like, sometimes I do this. I do like a normal middle one, put it behind, let's see. This is the background. Put it behind the trunk and you just move with one like this. Just to get some odd detail in on that side. We won't see it anyway, I think, but just to give some depth even when we're working on it. That would mean probably this one's good enough. Thing is, the quality of it doesn't really matter. As I said, we won't see it, but you know what? If I just do something like that. There's a bit more there now. Yes! Yes! We are getting a Christmas tree after all. Ring 1, ring 1. 0, ring 2 now. So probably 2, 3, 4. Yeah, makes sense. So now they need to go even more up. I'm so sad it still doesn't look very green. Should I paint it green already in the bottom, or do you want me to do all of the dry... Well, they're not dry in this one, but it sort of looks like a dry Christmas tree. Do you want me to do the rings first, or should I fill in a bottom with green? Remember my... Oh yeah, I agree. It's a bit too wide. Could do probably this. Like so, maybe one more. Uh-oh, it's acting up again. Yeah, for me it's more like... I think we get some triangle from this. Yeah, I sort of made this one the same width or length as the bottom one. I don't like that. Oh, okay. We start here, and I will. You can also change it later. Yeah, I'm a bit worried. I mean, it would be nice to get the shape in, because then we can really see that it's a tree. On the other hand, it looks so sad. It's the saddest little tree. needs to look something like this later. A bit bright, maybe. He's so happy. I mean, we're getting the first asset I make in a month, I think. And I feel like this could go in the game. I mean, this is good stuff. I mean, not as it is, but you know, when it's done. Middle branch. I want to do, while we have an expert here, I will continue with the rings. You never know when the ring expert needs to leave. Flip that one. The top one, you mean? We can see, I think the shading is a bit off for a flipping, but yeah, I would need to flip it, but it's a quick flip for the shading. Maybe a bit more of a bend, but I agree, it's actually pretty good in general. We sort of need a few more of them, but I mean, we can try it just to see it visually. Oh wow! And the left side wouldn't be this this bright either, because the light comes from the right. But we'll fix that. Reduce by 50%. I don't know why I'm itching so much. Reduce by 50%. Not sure what that means, but I will reduce. Like the size of this one? I kind of feel still, yeah, I mean, I feel like the bend is off. Maybe that's just me. I'm not a Christmas tree expert, but I kind of feel like just a tiny bit more. And a tiny bit more down here. And size to take. Ah, okay. Yeah. I agree. It's a bit big. Feel like we've got some bend on that one. Maybe we will. At 50%. For me, this one is sort of pointing away from the shading. That's not really what I'm after. But I like how it's really dark inside. I mean, once shading comes in, it's going to look really good. I think. Since this is the next spring up, the branch must be smaller. It means he wants you to butcher your hard work. That's fine. If you just knew what I've butchered before with my stuff. Oh, it's sometimes it works on first try. Sometimes it takes a long time. But yeah, I agree. It's starting to look better. I'm a bit hesitant with... I mean, we can do a mirrored one just to see how it feels. Again, shading will be different on the left side. So that allows for the rastering to be a neat piece. Yeah. Should there be like two more and then a top bit? Is that what you mean? Sort of like a fourth, like super straight kind of ring and then like a top bit? Am I imagining a tree correctly? Sort of like the top is not a ring, it's more like a a crown. I think they call it crown. I think that's what they call it. In Swedish, the top is the crown, but no idea what English term for it is. An angry tree, I don't know why. We cannot have an angry... Maybe it is because... Wait. It's sort of like... I should have used a circle. Sorry. It's sort of like two eyes and bushy eyebrows. Absolutely can do that. The top is going to be like a bush. Yeah. You got it. Crown. Okay, let's go with this for now. I will do the shading soon. Let's just plonk something into ring 2. Okay. Oh, I did these things here. Remove layer. Let's start a ring 3. Could be worse. A gnome reading a book. Could we get mistaken for a gnome wearing a red jumper? Yeah. I know about that one. I still, whenever I see that animation, I now see my failure. Thank you. Okay, now we want this, right? Ah, wrong side. Let's start with right side first. Like, hello, sky. Too long? I mean, let's try. This would have sort of a lot of thingies. That's going to be really rough with the few pixels we have, but maybe. Look, we have shades. Hey, sky. Yeah, exactly. And then we just try a duplicated one, see how it feels. Doesn't have to be the same length. Like antlers. Cool. Now I'm thinking about the trunk. It looks a bit too thick in the top. I don't know if you agree. Feel free to let me know. Probably from here I want it a bit smaller. Oh, of course that messes stuff up, but... Hello, Amir, hello. Welcome to the saddest Christmas tree. This one? Yes. Good. Deer. Yeah, I agree. It's a bit like deer antlers. Yeah, I almost have the feeling because so the tile is 1 meter-ish. I mean, it's sort of whimsical dimensions in the game, I know, but I sort of try to think of it a bit like that. So this is sort of the height that you could have. Yes, and typically the grass and branches only needles. Yes, okay, sorry. We're having some learning in chat. Still too thick, I think. Because it's sort of like this, right? Remembering carrying, it needs to, at least in the top, be thinner, I would say. Oh, wrong layer, trunk. Here we go. Aha! They reach for these branches first. I think I will, well, we could try to make it a bit more. I have a feeling we won't see them as much, the branches. Let's get some green in. I don't like the left green one. I'm going to just remove it for now, because the shading is so off. You could make broken string lines around it. Yeah. Like a Christmas tree thingy or something else. Because I think that would be really cool. Because once you have the tree there, and we could easily add some decoration to it too. And that could be like, you know, we have the normal Christmas tree that you can place in the game, and you also have different variations of it with either, yeah, I guess different kinds of decorations. Sorry, I'm just not happy with this trunk yet. And now it looks so thick in the bottom though. Ah. I'm going to keep this for now and we can make it thinner soon. Yeah, exactly. I think I would like to add that actually, once the green is in. Okay, I'm going to make a backup of this now. Just so we have it. Yes. Copy. Duplicate. So this is sad tree. Make it invisible, put it in the bottom, and you won't see much of your trunk. Yeah, okay, you're right. Alright, I want to try the top one now. Yep. Can we get some green in? Oh, I missed the green so much. Let's just start with some initial coloring. Is this the same? Yeah. Like so. We need a bit brighter already here. Maybe already one step below, actually. A bit too much green. We fix it later. And then I have a feeling, should there be more, what do you call it, like spread apart, or is it like everything is going up now? Oh right, and these have thingies as well. Oof. Oof. Which side is which? This is the dark side. And this would then be the brights. Hold on, just a minute. It's going to look like a flame. Yes, a topper to go. You're making... Oh, thank you. Good. Then I will sort of... I'm not super happy here. I don't need to fix it now, but something is... I'll add back the branch at least. Something is off. Okay. We'll keep this for now. Actually, I like to add some... Is it on the right side? And there I always make sure to add some what's it called? Contrast. Do I have a darker green? No. But we have this. Oh, I shouldn't add it to listening. Yes, to make it properly dark somewhere in it. Thin out your last ring branch on the inside so you get your curve back. Last ring branch, so this one, on the inside so you get your curve back. The side facing the trunk of the tree. Ah, okay. Sort of like this one. Well, I would need some green. Can I get around it somehow? I guess we won't see... Okay, I will keep it for this now. I get what you mean. Alright, less needles as well. That's true. Oh, could I add back? No. Let's wait with that. I was thinking about adding back some kind of... I mean... We're done, yeah? Alright, keeping this for a second, I want to try to make the crown for a bit. You would reduce your browns and increase green. Yeah, I get. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. And I mean, it's all going to be covered in needles anyway. So, I mean, in real life, you don't really see too much of the branches, right? Corvin. I did a boo-boo, I think. Uh-huh. Remove. Brown. I'm just really excited for trees. How kind of story has? The tree looks amazing, by the way. What do you mean with how kind of story? Like in the game, or the tree? Because I don't think the tree has a backstory. But the game's story is more like, I mean, if you didn't play it, you can play the demo now and see sort of what it is. But you're basically transported to your own personal diorama world by little gnomes, and they want you to help them restore it to its former splendor. And there's also a subplot involving a nemesis. Yeah, exactly. You make the gnomes help a garden, and you also try to defeat, or how do you call that? What do you call that? To overcome the challenge of the nemesis. So that's sort of the main story, to hold your hand through the game, and then there's characters and little sub things happening, and while you're doing these things for the characters, you unlock new items, new biomes, and new stuff, new animals, lots of new animals. Yeah, but animals is more like a puzzle, I guess, because you need to figure out what the habitat's about. Anyhow, that's the story. You help gnomes reclaim their wasteland of a world. Oh, what's that? Is that a trunk? Holy moly. Be gone. Okay, it's time for crown. Did I mess up? No. Crown. Oh. And the crown is that? Maybe we'll have... Go for it. Okay, good. Flame shape. Thank you, Amir. Really, try the demo. I would say it's quite generous. I thought it would be 3 hours of gameplay in it, and people played it for 10 or more, some of them. Oh wow, looking at the little preview, we have so much niceties happening. Also, I don't know what I've done here though. I have done something wrong. Yes. Let's, this is now archived. But still, it was nice with a bit of green. By the way, is the flame good? Yep, lower your base of the flame, closer to... okay, got it. So I guess there's not enough pixels here. No. I'm going to remove a bit of the trunk first, so I cannot see. There would naturally be some shade here. Flames, great. Okay. I'm so scared about putting this together now. So it looks okay-ish, but it's I mean, when we get the green, you cannot see me pointing at my screen, but when we get the background greens and the foreground greens, it's going to cover up all of the empty space anyway, and I think it's going to be pretty good. I actually want to color the crown now. Is there a live vegetable to guide the player? That's interesting. Interesting idea, because there isn't one. Currently all of the guides are animals. Like, they don't explicitly say what animals they are. Please, we'll see. I mean, it sounds like a cool sort of like cool post-release thing. Maybe. We'll see. I have yet to finalize the different contacts. But we'll see. Start from your bottom branch and you will find the top of your crown. What do you mean? Top of my crown? Sorry, I'm just going to try some greens. Need to see what... Yeah. I guess it's quite bright up here already because we're so far up. Evil carrot. Yeah, exactly. I mean, so one way, what I'm doing right now is I'm sort of keeping the game modular. So if you don't know, I worked a lot on mod support lately. And one thing I would like to do, depending on how the game does and everything, but is to do post-release content. Not just for the normal base game, but it's open at least for me to make a completely new story where you could select, instead of doing sort of the normal gnome story, you would have, you know, like a moon expansion where you're on the moon making things. I mean, that doesn't make sense, but so it would be not so far-fetched to think that, okay, this time you're interacting with plants or insects, you're in an insect world, you know, things like that. But that's not for release. Draw your triangle from your base. Ah, okay, sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and I didn't like this anyway. Wait, I'm going to remove it for a second. Let's just do the triangle. Bloop. Well, it starts here, and it's sort of following this pattern. Una más. And I have missed a hole somewhere. Please. Okay, good. The top, so it should be quite tall. According to you, according to the biologist, it's something like that. Well, let me know how this is. I'm doing a flame. Ah. Do they have little... Yep. And the carrot becomes the villain. I mean... I don't know why carrots seem so inherently evil, but I could totally see a carrot being evil. Do they have little sub-branches on the top ones? I have no clue, because I imagine it's sort of like a... You get flame, like a thing, and then the little things, and then not so much more things. Remove this for now. Still dark in here, but... Yeah, some of the small offshoots are fine, but not needed. Okay. I will start without. And just see how busy it gets. It feels a bit busy. Mostly greens. Yeah. I wonder if you can sort of... something like that. I want some shade though for the greens. Ah, not super happy. We need something darker. The branches on this topper are very, very flexible, not like the trunk. Because they have the most water, right? Did I remember this correctly? No idea what I'm doing right now, but... Ah, it's a bit too bright actually. I feel like there would be some shading from this middle one. Let's see here. You got it. Okay, that's good. That's a good mark. Let's add. Okay, I have a question now. Do they have a little brown thingies on the in the end bits, or do I like misremember Christmas trees? I don't know if we can capture it with a pixel, but sometimes it really adds some detail when you get those things right. Okay, we can start with this. I mean, they look kind of fluffy, you know, like the needles do. Oh right, the preview. I didn't think of that. It was Dan's idea to add it because we will try to make I don't know if I said before, but he will probably try to make a time lapse of the whole thing. I usually don't work with it. I usually just zoom out and zoom in and glide around. Some trees do have hardened ends for overwintering. Okay, but then I will try some because it will add some extra color for free. And I'm not sure. I mean, it's not the thing that you see, but it's sort of like a subconscious thing usually. I mean, that's what it feels like when I look at my stuff. Okay, I shouldn't add them here. And absolutely up to you if you want to add pine cones. Yeah, I will probably skip the cones. Just to make it like, or of course we could have cones, but yeah, exactly. Could be nice to have. So usually what I do is either I make two completely different items from it, maybe a cheap, I'm talking more game stuff, but a cheaper one, and then maybe a Christmas tree that's super decorated, or let's say the cone one is a bit more expensive, or just a variation of the first one, so you can choose as a player. I mean, adding cones might be super quick, and then I like to just add the option for you as a player to have that. All right, I need to think a bit, because in the bends we need a bit darker. I really like what's happening. This is good. I will stop with this one for now to get a bit of a bigger picture, but I kind of like it. But then I need some variations as well, but that's sort of easy to do. Once you have one that's really good, varying it up, it's good. How am I feeling about my triangle? Let's see. I mean, for me, this is triangle. I mean, there's some bits sticking out. I don't know how how exactly triangle they are, but you tell me, how are you feeling about my triangle? Boink, 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 boink. Okay. The left one in the next to top ring will be in front of everything. We like bits sticking out. I like bits sticking out too. Not the crown. Ah, this is the one. Because I want to see now what happens with everything. Thank you so much. Yeah, I agree. So right now I've still kept all of the layers, and it's going to be super easy to just vary it up a bit. Maybe adjust some heights of the rings or some shapes of them. Usually I try to keep 3 variations. Depends on the item, but I like to have 2 or 3 at least, because when you place a lot of them, it doesn't look too repeating. Of course, that means more assets I need to make, but that's what I mean with when you can just sort of copy paste one, just change. Usually I do height a bit and some shape with the stuff. And then it's usually turning out quite fine. I don't know what I'm doing here. Am I looking at the wrong branch? I have the top here. Let's mark it off with... This one is going out towards the viewer a bit. Sort of like so. We don't need as much brown feel. This is really dark. This is now going to be the underside. Oof. I'll make it fuzzy though. Some shading stuff. Okay, nah, not good. I will steal some of the brown here. A bit too... There will be some shadow on that side. Yeah. Okay. It's slowly but surely something is happening. I feel like it's too much brown. We sort of need a front layer. Is this ring 3? Yeah. Sort of here. Let's just try some happening. Oh, the crown is in front. Ah, I see. Okay, let's remove that for now. Let's see if we can't use the crown for this. Or the crown layer, I should say. And this is the, so what you see now, this is the size that the game renders in. So this is what you would see. I think the shading is a bit off, but we can work with this. Interesting. Ooh! Now this was a tree. I should have picked something easier. On the other hand, I got help now with the tree, so I mean, that's good. So now we got I think this is the first pine tree. Or was this not called pine? Was this the other name? Well, regardless, it should be the first one. And this ring needs a bit more in the background happening. Okay. Actually, I will show you one of my tricks. Move it into background. Sometimes this really works. Ah, my mouse is acting up. Not amazing, but this would need to be way darker. But okay, that's easy to do. See how this works out. Blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to take breaks and drink. Oh, you're right. Water. The thing is, I have tea. I usually don't stream. So I just get so what do you say? Engrossed in making this tree happen. Forgot to drink. Now where am I? Plop, plop, plop. Ring 2. No. Here we go. Just gonna try to make this a bit darker. Not sure it will work. But it could make our lives way easier. So this is what I'm trying to do, is making like a low detail background thing. Using the assets I already have, or the layers, I guess. something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. I think I want it darker in the end. I can fiddle with it later. Time for a break for the tree wizard. Reach out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's really, really been helpful. I learned so much. Let's put it like that. I learned so much about I guess Christmas trees or pine trees today. Test merged. Yeah. Okay, one more thing. Boy. Now my question is if I will be able to finish this today. I really hope so. And I didn't even get to make the gifts. No, I wanted to make gifts. Okay, I like this way better. It still needs a lot of work. Bruh. Okay, let's make... I think though the crown needs a bit more... Not sure about all of this gunk in the middle. And it might be a bit too bright. We'll see when we try it out. It's the third ring is a bit strange. No, it's not the... Okay, it's the background thing. No? Okay. My bottom hacky crown thing. I'm not sure about this. Need way more. Okay, darkness as well. It's not too bad. There are some of the branches, when I look at the preview, I can totally see that they need a bit more shading. This is actually the underside, so it wouldn't have any light coming into it. I kind of like it anyway. And if we go down to ring 3... Oh, sorry. Ring 2. This one. It would be super dark in here, and we need a thing on top. It would sort of be here. We wouldn't see into that. Now the question is how to fill it with green, because we need one of those. Maybe I can copy it from the below one, because we would need something like that, like straight up. And isolate. Let's see, up here towards the sun, a bit more. Not too bad. Need some color. Yep. Too bad time. I will say this should be done. Nah, it won't be done in 20 minutes. But I feel like it's going really fast soon, or suddenly. Too dark, sorry. Where are we? Here. And too much brown stuff. Fix that first. Plop, 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 plop. Good-ish. Good to go. What's the next shade? Here's the shade. So this would sort of be this height, I guess. Not in these parts, but here. Here, probably. Something like this. Back, color picker, back. Maybe. I'm not fully convinced, but oh, and it's so hard to see. It's better on the previous side or the left side. I mean, it's not bad. Color-wise, it still lacks some. Yeah, that was my fear. It's a bit hard to see like this. Could work to add in a bit of bonus contrast. But it sort of blends a bit together too much, the branches with the needles. Oh, much better already. Wowee. Can we also get the super dark one? Red one? Yes, okay. So it would be sort of red here. There. Maybe up here. Then we have a lot of shading on that side. Don't ruin it, man. Okay. And I don't see why not. Oof. The tree itself looks a bit unbalanced, but I really kind of like that. I hope this will look good in the game as well. Maybe a bit too bright colors this side. Need to really get that contrast, or not contrast in, but that shading in to sell the angle. It's a bit too weird here. Probably because I cloned it and flipped it, because then usually, that makes sense. Because then you get the bright sides that before was to the right, end up on the left, and that's not where you want it. Really. It's not too bad. It's too much. I think we can do one more, like maybe in here. Yes, to sell that we're having stuff in front of everything. And then do a bit darker. Twigs are a bit too bright. Adjusting. I feel like it needs a bit more stuff behind the tree. Let's see. Just going to try this for a hot second. They would need to be in the rings as well. So let's. Yeah, I really like that. It's sort of with this background thing. It's not there to add detail or anything. It's just there to add whatever shade didn't happen with the real deal. I usually do this later, but I want to see it so badly right now. Oops. What did I do? Something like this. And back, and no background, a background. It might be a bit too much, actually. The top needs a bit less. Ah, it's something to work with. Oh, that's good. We're getting somewhere. But ring 2 is lacking a bit here. I feel like it's a bit too bright still. Like on the inside of things. And also the stem is trunk is crazy. Needs to be darker. And now that I think about it, like the normal Christmas trees, the trunk is usually super like dark brown, right? Oh, is this what I need? Try that, and then there's not going to be much visible anyway, but I'm not sure about this. Let's just try. It's not for... Okay, and let's... Yeah, I think. I'm not sure this is the right color, honestly. Not sure it's worth it to try to find the correct one. I really don't think we will see much of it. Let's keep it like this for now. Okay, let's do the next ring. Yeah, it's a bit too bright. Like the contrast is good. I like the colors we have. Might be a bit too much. I will get that in, fix that later, I think. And then with some decorations and, you know, some little things, it will be a nice Christmas tree too. Ooh, but first we need to get the green in. Wait, I want to see this again. Maybe rid of that. We'll see. Ring 1. Ring 1. Isolate. I mean, our formula so far has been do the brown stuff, put green around it. I mean, this is usually what I do normally, at least. Put in the shading, and hopefully that's enough to at least give you a good start. I actually need to isolate. And we know that... Which color is it? This one. We will have a lot of... more brighter colors here, especially outwards. Thank you, Laylaps. It's been way slower than I imagined, or I should say harder, and that sort of impacts the speed, I guess. But I kind of like where it's going. It still has some work left in it, this one, but it's coming together, step by step. To think. Okay, let's start with highlights, because on this side we have loads of, let's see, yeah, things sticking up. Probably a few here as well. No, it's too far in, I think. Something like that. And then I think I want some shading or some shadows up here as well, to sell some depth. I don't know. It's a bit empty on this row, or this ring, but we will get to that soon, I think. But I kind of, I mean, so, yeah, kind of like the overall feeling. Maybe I overdid it a bit with the green. But I think we need one in towards the viewer, the middle one. I can't remember. Is the game planned to have a snowy, wintry biome? Currently not, at least not as a biome. It might become a biome. So right now, what's going to be hard is to make seasons. I'm not sure snowy biome will be in release, but it's something that you can easily make for a, you know, post-launch things. Right now I want to have the green lush sort of British garden or whatever kind of biome, and then the dry one, so the desert stuff, and really wet one, so like swamp things like that. And we'll see about snow. It's sort of a matter of time, I guess, in the end. It would be really cool, but I don't know if you have any ideas of plants that would be specifically suitable for a snowy biome. That makes sense. I think that could be cool to have, you know, your little snowy landscape and snowy things on it. But for proper seasons, you know, like snow on rocks and snow on the houses and snow on everything, that's going to take a lot more effort. So it's not going to be in launch for sure. We'll see afterwards what can be done. Maybe you can do something cool with shaders and stuff, but it will still be a bigger package, I think. But yeah, I really want to see snow. I really enjoy snow myself, so it's just there's not enough green happening when there's snowy, so it's not my priority really. But I would really like to see some. Ooh, that was ugly. What did I do? Maybe we can get rid of some of the brown and instead have, yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I'm not fully convinced here yet. I don't know if I'm getting the shading correctly, but it's way better than before. I might even flip this one already now, because I think it will be easier to modify and just make it more dark than to keep the old one around. Maybe up. Oops. Copy of left, right, left. Move it up a step or two, maybe. And delete some bits. Now it's sort of in the background a bit. And we need to really adjust the colors. Everything bright should basically be dark, I guess, on this side. Maybe not too much there, but over here, and then vice versa. Could see a few really bright ones. Nah, it's too much. But just fixing some of these. Then moving back to... I mean, I kind of like it. Bit too much highlighting maybe on the left side, but it's starting to look floofy. Sort of like how you want. And now I see that the crown isn't good enough anymore. It's too bright. There's some shadows hiding in here. Same goes for the branches. Yes. No. Okay. Whoop. On, off. RTX off. RTX on. Ish. Sure. Keep it for now. Maybe just add in something like that. Now it will stick up. Yeah, sort of. Maybe it's enough to sell the illusion. Yeah, I think so. Like zoomed out. I don't think. I'm a bit worried the isometric angle won't work properly. Sometimes that happens, and you can adjust it afterwards. It's just annoying when it looks good, and then you put it in the game, and it's like everything looks wrong, basically. We'll see. Trunk, can we just add some different shading for now? I see a difference. I'm sure I like that one better. Okay, good enough for now. Shadow. Yeah, let's go with this. I need a lot of more green though on, what's it now? Ring 1? 2? No. Ring 1, yeah. So we need the behind the tree and in front of the tree. Start with in the front. Oh. I don't like this thing. I mean, they're supposed to be going up. I've done this before. It's really hard to make it go up in this direction, but I think we can do it. No. Maybe. Something like that. I don't know. Let's see what happens. We add in some... Should we start with... I don't know. Let's start with the darkest. It's way too dark. I know. A bit further in the front, it's brighter. Oh, now we can see stuff. I don't know, is it too small? It ends here, and it's a bit too... It looks too small to me. It doesn't need to be further up. Maybe. It feels way too small. Isolate. Okay, I didn't even fill in a lot of the branches. Let's do that first. Darker on this side. Maybe like so. It's off here. Probably this. Maybe I want to have... better branches. I don't know. Bit wider. And also put some highlights in. Looks a bit sad in the middle bit, but I guess we're getting there. Maybe there's a room for some smaller ones to the side. Just to fill in the gaps. I'm not sure it's needed yet. Actually, let's do... I really want to make one in the background. Quickly, it doesn't need to be perfect, just something that goes up like this. Oh, sorry. Like this. Nope. Like this. Yes. And then where's the brightest? Here. Like so. Just to give some more, I don't know, weight to it. Oh, it's so tiny. A bit too bright in the middle. Yeah, I think I might agree, actually. Are you thinking of the stem or stem? The trunk or the like the highlights? Because I think not only the middle but the left side might need some reduction in brightness. Just need some kind of... Ah, I forgot the stems. Sorry, the the branches. That's why it's so small. These go up towards the sky. There we go. Need some more darkness. Boop, boop, boop. Lights coming in here. Yeah. The highlights in the middle leaves. Yeah, okay. Are you thinking the middle of the... Like, let me show you. Middle of the picture. So the... Oh, my mouse is acting up now. That's good. Sort of here, or are you thinking more the... on the branches? Sort of like those middles. For me, it's sort of like, it's a bit too much. Maybe on this one even. Yeah, it's a bit too much. It looks a bit too flat. Oh. Sorry. Zooming in and out. Actually, the highlights in the middle leaves. Yeah. Let me just remove this for a quick second. No? Whoops. Mm-hmm. Let's think. Like that for now. Highlights in the middle leaves. Yeah. Let's see. Let's start from this one. It's already too much. That should be ring 1, right? Yeah. What's this? What did I do? Right. Left. Middle. Just take some out for now. A highlight in the lower middle branch, but maybe I started. No, I think you're right. I think it's one of those. If I add some back now, I think it looks a bit too much. Oh, I cannot remove them again. It's a bit too much. This one, yeah, I agree. And I think because when I isolate it, it looks just like a blob. But you would have, in the end, you would have the like the end bit, so that would have a highlight up top. I would probably put it here though. And then it shouldn't be too many highlights. Unless it's on this side. Let me just... And on the other side it needs more darkness. Sorry, I just need to see it in action. It's a bit wonky. Ooh, I think I will see how it looks with this one. Yeah, oh, yeah, I saw that. I already read it. I think I will go to the bottom layer first. Maybe remove this clutter here. I mean, it's going in the right direction. I feel like when I zoom out, it's a bit too much. On the right, you need some highlights, and in the middle you need a few. And then to the left side, you need even less. And right now it's way too much. Even on the first ring, because you would have way less light coming there. Ah. Oh, sorry. Left. Yes. I'm just going to remove them for now. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, that's usually one thing. Sometimes I do. So the brightest highlights is on the right side, and on the left side there are some highlights, but they are not as bright as on the other side. So basically shifting down the palette a bit. And on this, I think I want the same. Oof, it's starting to get fiddly with all of the little thingies. I think we got this. Already much better, I think. Just by changing the colors slightly to the darker side here. Do I have an even darker one? I don't think so. I think I'm soon out of color range for my palette. But I just want some more darkness on this side. So the right side feels, you know, too much. A bit, the right side will feel brighter in comparison, you know, contrast and everything. This I don't like too much. This bit. One step in. Okay, good. I think it's... no, it's... something's happening. Trunk. We should also make sure to add shadow. So, I mean, the pines? No, the needles will also shade the tree or the trunk. Much better already. I'm a bit unhappy with the top. Or not the top, but this bit. What happens if I remove it? Okay, I will remove this bit and this bit. No, I will move it in. For now, it's good. Actually, it's starting to look kind of fluffy and nice and everything. It all hangs on the perspective now. If the perspective's off, I mean, I already mentioned it a few times, but if it's off, it's going to look a bit too strange for my taste. I don't have a darker brown in this. Meh. I can sell it with red, I think. Yep. And actually, yep. Good. Ooh. Needs more green, I think. Ah, I'll let this be for now and do the bottom ring. Because I kind of need to step away, I think. I've stared at it so much. And without a bottom ring, it's really hard to see the perspective and everything. Because if you see, I mean, if we look at the trunk, it's going to be in the middle of the tile. So once it's placed down, it needs to look isometric. So let's start with lower right. It's going to be good. I hope I'm not just telling myself that. But we have come a long way from the initial tree. Plop, plop, plop. Starting with the greens. Or the mid-greens, I should say. Add a bit of weight to everything. Whoops. Oh well. All right. And now let's do dark ones. Oh, I should remove the background. It's really distracting. And really, there shouldn't be too much green in the middle. If there's no sunlight, I've learned that now. Oops. Didn't I have a... I feel like I had another shade. Oh well. This one's scary though. It looks really off right now. Something's really off. I mean, it's the shading, I guess. I shouldn't have. just fill it in, because we need the darker on one side and the brighter on the other side. Ish, maybe. And these here are sort of in the front. I need the prickly pattern. How did I do that? Right. So lots of little dots. Way too green though. Or way too bright. Actually overrule some of the branches. Overwrite some of the branches. Okay, it's starting to take shape. I'm not sure. Still a bit strange. Let's get a highlight in or two just to kind of see how that feels. I mean, it's not too bad. This one would probably get some light as well, so this is a bit... I would say this side, yeah. So it's not too bad, but probably in the background still, so it needs some darkness. And goes for here too. It's not too bad. I mean, compare that to the really sad one. Doing okay. Probably I want to... Where's the trunk? Trunk. I want to add some shading here as well. Oh, nice, because now we have a shadow from everything. Ish. I don't know. Too much red in this one. I would probably want to break that off a bit. But I think the shadows are... I mean, you can barely see its shadows. I think it's quite good. I would need some more... Okay, let's not overanalyze the zoomed in one. Where is it? Here. Here is the final... No, it's not the final tree. It's the... how it would look in the game. Okay, let's try to do the last ones and put it in the game and see what happens. I like where it's going. Something still feels a bit strange. Might be the perspective though. Might need to work a bit on that. Maybe one there. One there? No. Way too little stuff happening. Okay, I will deal with that later. First, actually, let's clone this. Or not clone, duplicate it. For a quick, what's it called? Quick test. Maybe let's again put this behind tree. So now we can add some shading to the thing as well. Let's also make sure it's not identical. Make sure it moves up. Some asymmetry to it. Yeah. And of course, all of the highlights are completely wrong here. And we need a lot, because now this one is sort of here. So we need some shadows. Let's introduce that. Good. Or better, I should say. Do we have some highlights here? Yeah, we have a few, probably. Not too much. I could see one bright thing down there. Probably one bright there, but then it's maybe one here. That we'll have to do. I mean, honestly, it's not too bad. I don't hate it. Still need some more bits and bobs here. Maybe we start with this one. Let's do that one quickly. Oh, now I need to see what I'm doing. Oh, okay. There was way more branch than I could see. Let's get it dark. And move back. And currently it looks horrible, but don't worry. Like so, maybe? Ish. Not here. And let's just speckle in some more green. They're looking a bit strange. Yes. Okay. Why is that? Making sure we have highlights on this side of the branches. That should be dark because it's covered. Maybe not there. And really hard to see. I really need to. It's not crazy bad. It's not amazing. There would be highlights sort of there. I really start to like this. Actually. If this is not properly isometric, I'm going to be so sad. Honestly, I might skip this bit now. I will come back to it, but I really want to see kind of what happens on the backside a bit. Also, can we use this again to add some Ugh. I'm kind of against using that now. Unless I just remove a lot of it. What? Come in. I will need to get... Thank you! I hope it looks good in game too. It's, you know, it's many times I sit and draw and stuff, and then I put it in the game, and it looks horrible. One thing I didn't do now that maybe I should have done is... Okay, now my mouse is acting up. It's just to trial runs, put it in the game, see if the perspective is correct before actually moving on with the real deal. Could be good still, this, but I haven't... Something's feeling a bit off. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe it's the highlights. Maybe it's the perspective. I sort of want something to go up more behind the whole thing. So here we have some kind of copy. Sort of like here, I would want more. Not like that, but... Do you have a mock-up image you can paste the PNGs to? Yeah. What do you mean? Like a mock-up Christmas tree? Or just in general? So normally, I mean, I can... I closed it. Before I had a Google search for Christmas trees that could have worked for that. Otherwise, I'm using the... what to call it? Sort of the floor or the tile here to get some sense of perspective. And maybe that's why I can already see that it's not completely correct. But it's really hard to see why. Because it does looks kind of good. But for me it looks a bit too far down and needs to be a bit more kind of compressed. Like angled more from above. Yeah, there's a risk it's... Okay, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to do this last thing and then I'm going to try to put it in the game. And that's super quick and we can see what happens. I'm just adding a bit of stuff. Like that. Doesn't have to look too pretty. Let's add a lower bit of the trunk. Then I want even darker in the bottom. Good enough for now. I mean, it's not done, but I could totally try to put this in. Okay, it's saved? Yes. What I'm gonna do now is crazy. Duplicate. Take my new one. Go to... Why do I have a group 9? What's that about? Okay. What's this thing? Aha, okay. Well, it can be there. Ring... Two, ring 1. I think if I did ring 1 and not too much, but pull it down a bit, that would create a bit more perspective to it. Just trying something out here. We have this, and we have the... they sort of look the same. As one is shorter, which is really cool as well. Would need to be pushed down a bit more on this. Okay, I know what to do, but let's just try it quickly. And now you get to see some working bits. Base, texture, item, Christmas tree. Now we need an item for it. Let's clone something. Maybe a birch. Uh-oh. Please don't say there's a bug in the editor right now. That would be annoying. Because I found a bug earlier today and I was going to fix it. I don't have I mean, I guess this works. Thing. Let's go check a thing on the side. Yeah. Okay, this will be good. We're still live. Yes, I'm just about to try the tree out, see how horrible it is. As in, I think it needs some polish when it comes to the perspective. But I just want to see what it's about. Name, resource. We don't need that for now, but we need a texture. What's mouse? Tree. Affected by wind? Yes. Diveable, hiding, movable, permanent, swimmable, blah blah blah. That looks good. There's a lot of stuff to do. Effect tag. No, none of those. Forbidden ground is probably water. Income, yep. Mirror mode. Should be default. I think I would need to use flat. I'm just guessing some of these things. Stack base. I mean, in theory, they could stack on a tiny, like one of those, what do you call them? Christmas foots, Christmas tree foots. They don't have stack materials. Stack. Oh no, they are not a base. They are a stack size. They should be medium, but let's do this for now. Store usage. Creative lore. Oh, nah, let's do default for now. Drop. They could drop something nice. Let's skip that for now. This is probably tags. What do we have? I'm not sure we have everything I need for this. They're sort of tall, at least. They're not a vegetable. I don't know. Maybe we just go with tall for now. Let's see. Just double checking. It's good. We won't have a name or description, but that's fine. Do I need to do something else? No. I think we can run this. It's way too nervous. Let's see that you can see what's happening. I think you can. Yeah. It's going to be... Items never turn out well the first iteration. It's like... Even the same... maybe the simplest one, okay. But there's usually some stuff going that you have to kind of fix. As you can see, I have a pink mouse cursor. That might be due to one of my mods that I have made as an example mod. I have the pink mouse cursor and the blue tulip mod. But for now, we want to enter my super secret dev level. Maybe... I don't need to make it pretty, but I just want to. And here we go. It doesn't have a shadow, so it's going to look wrong, and I know how it feels, yeah. So everything is not in, like, polished-wise, but it's in the game. And honestly, it's not too bad. I expected worse. I think I would like to see some more. It's a bit too dark and brown or red in the middle. Maybe some more highlights and clear shading. But it's not too bad, actually. I don't know, what do you think? I expected way worse. Can we put it in a pot for now? Oh, my mouse. We can put it in a pot. It's just rendering off right now because I haven't fixed. Well, I can actually... The command data prop. Yeah. Which ID did it have? 1133. Data prop item. I don't remember this anymore. Let's see. Data type is item. Enter ID is 103. Property name is, I think it's render vertical offset. And it's 0 right now. We set it to 16. It's not floating anymore. Thank you, Nuclear Nugget. I'm happy-ish. I feel like it needs some polish. But it's looking better than I actually thought. I'll put it like that. And we only have one variation, so it's looks a bit too samey when you just do it like this. Be gone. Not too bad. How does it look? Now I wish I had the foot. The little foot. Oh, back into the pot. Oh! It's a bit, I think I would like to make it a bit more needly if possible. Or maybe this is good. Because it's a pine, I mean, they sort of look soft from a distance, but when you're up close, they look a bit more needly. Yeah, and I lack a few of the, like in the bottom ring, it needs another branch, I think, to the bottom left. It's not bad, and with some decorations, it would be really cool, actually. And some more, I don't know what to call it, sort of like branches going away from the camera. So on the background of the tree. I want another one. Can we make it maybe some nighttime? And now I wish I had. Can we set it next to another tree? Yeah. Or see it. Sorry. My mouse is really acting up. I'm going to fix this or buy a new one during the holidays. I would like to... This is usually what happens. I make something new and then it's not done. But instead of, you know, finishing it, then I start setting up a little garden and move in a keeper and... Come on, stop. Dirt path. And a little fence. And of course we need a lantern. And a keeper moved in. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. Not done, but I like it. Do you think there's any tags that I need to add to it? Right now it's only tall. I'm not sure what to add from the ones I do have already. I wonder if there's anything new I would need to add. Could also be cool to have, because I can make, you know, trees drop things. So these could drop pine cones, for instance, now and then surrounding them. That could be cool. And I would also like to make a decorated variant. Now it's night time. I probably just want snow now. What do you think? Anything standing out as super bad? I've stared at this for hours now, so I'm not sure I can see the issues properly. Give me grass. Yeah, and some variations, that would be nice. And fixing the shadow, because that's one thing that's really hindering. I mean, I can do it right now, actually. Because you really lose perspective when you don't have a proper shadow. Yeah, I agree. I agree. A decorated version would be really neat. Give me a second. Okay, we have that. We have a shadow. Yes. Oh, what do I usually have? 15 should be good for a thicker tree. And then should be this angle. And since they are like a pyramid, no, triangle, shadows should sort of be, oops, as well. Come on. Yeah, that doesn't fly though. Needs to be more like the thing. Oh, and we need shadow from here as well. Fill in a bit of these. Oh, already much better. Forgot something. No, I think it looks great. Oh no, that's what you said. I mean, we can try doing a decoration actually, because that's the thing. And you can just, if you do a layer for all of the decorations, you can just pop the layer off, and then you have a undecorated one, and then you pop it on, and you have a decorated one. First, I'm just going to try to see it in game. Christmas tree, yes, yes, and if I do this correctly, I can just reload. The reloaded textures already like this. I'm not sure that worked. Might need to, okay. It's been a long time since I did this. Let's try leaving the garden. Sometimes that helps if you just exit. Because the texture is cached. You won't have to reload it. No. Okay, let's restart the game. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Still a few branches missing as well, but I also kind of like that it's a bit sparse. Honestly. It's usually what the ones look like at home. They're not sort of the thickest ones, a bit more like the cute ones. Let's see. Horticular. No, I don't like this one. Come on. Blop, blop, blop. Oh, sorry. We need to didn't fix this. I messed up. 1, 3. Like a Charlie Brown tree. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe this is okay. I think the shadow is a bit too big, actually. Let's see. Is it shadow base or base shadow? Shadow base. More. Shadow size. Small. Oof. If we remove it from the pot, oops. Put a few down. I could sort of see this happening. Cool. Let's try. Okay, first I'm going to change this thing, so I don't have to do it later. So render. So there's two things I can change here. One is the. Actually. don't like this one. I want it to be... no, it's fine. Don't worry. I want some wild offset. So that's one thing you can add. Max wild offset. Now it's 0. And if we add something next to 8 to it, it will be... well, you will see. It's basically allowing the tree to be placed not sort of like in the square, but, well, in the square, but not in the middle of the square. So when you put them like so, they are varying a tiny bit. We can try a bit more as well. This is basically the final touches normally when you make an item. You just make sure all of the options look sort of decent. Remove these again. I want to see a few of them. Some polish needed, but not bad. I will try some decorations quickly before I head out. And we could decoration. Okay, so decoration. What's that? Is it baubles? Is that what they're called? They're little balls. What, did it crash now? Yep. Krita, don't do this to me. I'm happy I saved. Come on. Close for him. Come on. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking I don't know what you call them, but sort of the ropey, glittery kind of thing. Just doing a lap or two of those, and then some little Christmas balls, maybe a star or candy canes, or just something fun, just to see how it is. I will need to polish it a bit anyway before it's done for the game, but I don't even know what to call this. White line. Good. And then I want this thing on. How do you know where to do this? You sort of start like this. And you just wind it around, right? Oops. I want it to go up to a thing, then like that. And then maybe it comes, I don't know, down from here. Okay, it's not the best. A decent start. Looks horrible. Okay. Yep. Some shading might fix it. This would be shaded. Oh, we have a gap. Probably some shading in here. Oops. I mean, it's better already, but I think it's a bit too crazy color. Way too bright right now. It's like someone sort of, I don't know, took some, it sort of reminds me of spiderweb. I don't know why. Maybe that's the new enemy. No, not spiders, they're not new enemies. I don't know, with some shadow, it's not too bad. have been way worse. See, all it takes is a bit of contrast, and I don't know. Oof. I mean, it still looks like... I don't know what it looks like. Spiderweb, a long chewing gum. Let's do another bit of contrast far on the far left. And I know in real life, aren't they also... What? You had spiders almost kill a tree? How does that happen? Like, yeah, how does that happen? Or like they covered in too much web? Or did they eat the tree? I mean, I know of diseases and, you know, other insects killing off trees, but spiders I haven't heard before. I'm just imagining they spun so much web around it. Just didn't get any more sunlight. Sounds super sad. I'm not going to lie, I know it was looking wonky for a while. This, whatever you call it, the white stuff around. But right now, I'm kind of liking it. Looks a bit funny, but too much web. Ah, okay. Interesting. That must be a lot of web. And as someone who has, let's just say I'm not the biggest friend of spiders, more than, you know, they are good creatures to have around, but not in my immediate vicinity. Sounds a bit intense. I imagine this is a bit fussy looking. And I want more decorations, because I can. What's the next decoration? If you have an idea, let me know. My brain is a bit fried of all the painting. I'm thinking if it's baubles, then it's baubles. But I mean, in theory, we could have anything. Oh, it would be so nice to have little Christmas gifts below it as well. Oh, so much possibility. I will try making a blue thingy first. This is not going to be easy, is it? Okay, we have the shape. Need the right kind of color. Too bright, maybe. A star on top. Oh, yeah. Maybe I should start with the basics. Okay, I'll do that as soon as this is finished. It might be slightly too off. I also want... Okay, this is good. Do we need another speck of... Yes. And probably I want a bit of shadow around it. It's funny when I add it, but I think once you zoom out, it's really a lot nicer when you have some fake shadow. So I just add some dark on the left side, just so it pops a bit more. Realistic or not. Okay, a star on top. Good idea. So now the question is, what is the top for you? Is the top here? Is it here or is it in the middle? I mean, normally it's in the middle, but this is a kind of a funny looking tree. I will for now put it here. And yes, don't mind the amazing looking star. Panic. Let me know when I'm back. Just let me know when I'm back. Holy moly. I just saw something weird happening on my left side. And then suddenly a window disappeared. And lo and behold, it was OBS crashing. I feel like a proper streamer now. Okay, I'm back for you. Good. I was just in the middle of the star. And I think, as I was saying, it's really hard to make the stars. I think when the more pixels you have, the easier it becomes. But as you can see, and especially at an angle, as this one is, it's a bit funny. But I really like how often, I mean, it looks so wonky. For me, that feels very gnome. It's like just on its side and everything. Okay, let's add some shading. Maybe I can, oh, I have so many ideas. Would it be a bit much to have a keeper on top? You mean on top of the tree? I don't think it would be much. I think, I mean, I thought maybe having, I mean, you could have a keeper hanging, but I think that it might be looking a bit grim if you know, if you picture it in a certain way. So I think a keeper up top could be nice. Yeah, I know, poor keeper. However, I'm not sure I have the pixels for it. That's the problem. Maybe a keeper, like a keeper hat. Keeper head. Let's do one of each. I just want to finish the star. Whoop. Kind of alright. If I'm really funny now, I can make the star do some... Yeah, I want to do it. Oh, golden keeper. Oh, so many options. Oh no, it's too much. It's like you could have the star do like a weird shine thing, or we can have a golden keeper. Oh, okay, I want to try the golden keeper. Or a golden keeper hat or something. Golden blood keeper. Good enough. There's the star version. It's not too bad. Keeper hat, keeper. I should know how they look by now. Wait, I will base texture keeper. Hello, Mr. Keeper. Let's just merge it all. Merge. Ah, it's not too bad. I mean, not too good either, but I don't even know how this would work. Okay, let's start somewhere. Oops. I'm sort of thinking a disembodied keeper. Disembodied golden keeper. Maybe without a wand. Oopsie doopsie. No, don't you dare. I'm not sure about this. But sometimes you have to try to know what doesn't work. Like a wise Dan once said. Ah, my mouse is really giving up. Come on. Earlier today I had to blow the mouse, you know, like... Oh, you don't see it. Like old Nintendo cartridges, and it just started working. Super odd. So, what's the next color in line? Nope. This. What? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, yeah. And then darker. I need more shading. Something like this. It looks so valuable now. Here we go. Golden Keeper. Maybe it's a bit too... Looks so weird. Can I rotate it maybe? It all looks like a monster tree. Just like not sure. Doesn't look physically like this should work, but hey, I can do whatever I want. Now it's growing out of the magical tree. Maybe the beard is too much. Maybe that's the issue. Now it looks like it's hiding. Oh, that's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Looks like it's hiding in... But maybe then it should be something like this. You know? It's hiding in the... What are they called? The animated thing. The Disney thing. I only know the Swedish name, so it wouldn't work. But it looks like it's hiding in the in the tree. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I'm going to make another ball or two, animate the thing, and then I think I'm done. Well, done is I need some polish on the tree itself, but looking kind of neat. Oh, this thing needs some hello time. And then maybe something for the cat to pull down. Not going to corner them because it's getting late. Good enough for now. Yes. Final thing, then I feel absolutely ready. Oh, I don't know why it does this. They sort of get pinned in. I don't know if you see the... Yeah, you do. It sort of Krita automatically pins all the layers, which I don't like. And water merged. Keeper. Final thing then. Keeper glow. We just do some. Thingies. Maybe they're too bright. I don't know. Keyframe to the right. Oh, it's been a while since I animated, so I'm not sure. Best. I don't remember my workflow that much, but we'll see. Something like that, because I'm using what's it called now? Onion thingies. Onioning. That usually makes it quite easy to do. How many frames I need? Usually on animals, it's 8 frames at least that I'm using. So I guess I will shoot for 8 frame animation. And these need to start dissipate soon. Maybe they dissipate from here. Dissipation time. Onion is here. Ah. Keyframe. And it might look like it's almost done, but I don't want. Let's do it like that. But we also need to sort of mark up the. You will see. You will see. But it's really close. No, don't you do this on me. No. Okay. It's been a good stream. Let's hope there's a backup save. Maybe I should look if there's an update to Krita. Like fixes crashing in the what do you call it? Like update list? No. Change list. Should be. Okay, I see most of it is there. Keeper glow is okay, I make a smaller smaller glow quickly. I really want to see this in action. I think I'm going to do a different thing now. I'm going to animate each side individually and make a bit of a shorter animation. So this one it didn't start here, right? So it's going to start. I need to think backwards now. So 1, 2, maybe 3 frames back. So it's sort of 1, 2, 3. Oh. Maybe like that. Now when we animate, sorry, I need to specify. Clip ends 1, 1, 2, 3. 4 frames. Great. Zoom, 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 zoom. I mean, if this is not Christmas, I don't know what is. I am going to stick to this because I want to see this in game before I go to bed. Where did it start? It started here, then I want the next one to start maybe here. This is so stupid. No, wait. Is it correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it can continue a bit further. Aha. No, my mistake. Like so. 1, 2, 3. This is so stupid. Good. Amazing. I want some more shading here. Even darker, please. Yes. Yes. Oh, did I put in a glow? No. Oh, I did. I'm stupid. Let's cut and paste. Okay. Time to export. Wow. Tools, scripts, export. Are you ready for this? Is it the correct folder? No. Yes. And Christmas tree. How many rows? 1. That's 0 and that's, oops. 1, 1, 2, 3. And done. Now we just need to specify the animation frames. So it's 4 frames. Animation frame rate was 24. So let's stick with that. I think this was good. We're done. Save. Let's run this. Oh. Give you the full frame. Here we go. I think I'm a bit delirious. It's been a stream. It's all of the needles. That takes a lot from you mentally. Some thicket. Probably going to be a bit wonky. Yeah. So that's not supposed to happen. Now I need to think. Okay, let's debug this. That's just in case. Texture, item. Oh, something is... It didn't export properly. I think I exported into the wrong folder. That would explain it. Sorry, need to relaunch. What did I do? Items, Christmas tree. Okay, I see what I did wrong. Great. Bear with me. There we go. France 4. Okay. Retry. Attempt 2. It's going to be so good. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Dev level. Quick. Ticket. Blob, 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 blob. Yes. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not unhappy. Yep. Herb and flower pot. And there we go. Wow. 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 I'm tired. So there you go. Oh, wow. And I see a bug. I think I didn't add the blocking thing. Look at them go. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I kind of like, I mean, except for the kind of good. The perspective is a bit off. I would need to just polish that like before, but I mean, compared to other things, it's not too bad. Needs a bit of polish, but this will be good. Some variations, like taller, shorter, maybe a bit thicker here and there, some extra bits and bobs. And then a version that has all of the, well, a few different variants of ornaments. Then you would have two different Christmas trees, one for nature, one for where the keepers live. I don't know, where do keepers live? Here they live. Ta-da! I don't know how many is still here. I hope it was worth it. And thanks a lot for watching, and also for all the help before. I don't know if you were here, but we got help from a biologist that know, I mean, way more than me about pine trees. So it really helped shaping the thing, because you can really see that it's a Christmas tree, I think. As I said, it needs some polish, but that really helped. It was really fun to, you know, show you the process. I wish maybe I should have chosen something that's a bit quicker to make, like gift boxes or things like that, and make them stack and make a little gift area for the keeper. But I mean, it turned out great, and I mean, I'm going to use it in the game. Need some polish, but I'm going to use it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, well worth, great work, been a great time to watch. Thank you, Nuclear Nugget. Thank you, Laylaps, for liking the I mean, whatever ends up in the game won't have the bzz, 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 but maybe the keeper. I kind of like the keeper in the tree. So yeah, see you next time. Maybe Dan can let me know later how many people watched. Maybe we do it again in the future, in the next year. I'm going to do a lot of content, so that would be really cool to now and then make some little streams, show you what's happening. But yeah, see you around, see you in Discord, see you on wishlist. Don't forget the wishlist. Play the demo. What else? Did I miss anything? I don't know.